Friday, which means Friday Night Lights. Schools all across the metro are going to have big crowds out at the fields tonight.
Yeah, friend of the show, Bill Brandemeyer, is back with us here. And as parents, it's easy to get up for the game. But when the game is not going so well, maybe it's a new parent, a kid who's into sports for the first time. And I think what we want to talk about here, let's first talk about school and kids' participation in sports right now. Give us your perspective, Bill. Does it appear that kids are participating as much as they did, or there's more participation in youth sports?
Yeah, and just a cursory Google search of youth sports, you kind of get a sense that there's 45 million kids playing, adolescents playing sports. But we're in a national mental health crisis with our adolescents, and we have separated them from sports because of COVID. And the results of that have kind of left kids kind of wondering what to do. Parents can really help kids, support kids in their sports by being really engaged with the kid, with the process of learning a sport, taking that on, not trying to put too much pressure on kids. What ends up happening in some situations is parents feel like they need to pressure their kids to be the greatest they can possibly be. We all want the best for our kids, but you sit in the stands and you start yelling at your kids, you start putting pressure on them. It's just adding to a problem that already exists. They're already feeling anxiety. They're already feeling a sense of disconnection, and a parent can really play a role in their lives in helping support that or detract from it and add to it.
And as far as parent involvement, Bill, I know there's a whole continuum. There's the parents who have no involvement. They drop the kids off and call me when you're done. And then there's the parent who sort of inserts himself into the dugout and sort of wants to. So where is the line?
I certainly am someone that has sat in the stands and also coached my kids and yelled. And I've been embarrassed by my own behavior in the stands. So I come from a place of humility, knowing that it's kind of hard to sit and watch your kids and not want to just jump in and try to coach them from the stands. But what you really have to realize is this is a process of learning life skills. Sports is an incredibly safe environment to teach our kids how to fight for the goal, how to win as a team, how to lose as a team. All of these incredible life lessons that sports can give us, they can also not get those lessons if they quit. And what is happening is we're driving our kids away from sports because they're not having fun. They're not experiencing sports for what sports are supposed to be, which is a competitive environment that's safe, that allows our kids to learn. And so what I encourage parents to do is allow the coach to coach their kids when they're watching. Encourage the kids, yell, cheer, be there to support them, talk about their experiences on the way home. It gives parents an incredibly great gift to be able to share time with their kids and really talk about their experiences, what they're learning. But don't sit in the sidelines and criticize. Don't bring an energy of over-competitiveness and pressure, because these kids feel it already. They don't need extra pressure from their parents.
Yeah, kids want to participate. They want to be involved. They want social areas that they can create new friends, hang out, do activities with their friends. They want to do this, but in some cases it seems like kids are doing less and less sports the further they go along in their education by the time they get to be a senior.
Yeah, and the youth sports landscape has kind of been set up as a pay-for-play model, and we're trying to force our kids into elites teams and travel teams and overscheduling and making sure that our kids are the best possible human beings we can possibly make them to be. What we have to realize is that we have to give our kids a little bit of grace, a little bit of space, especially coming out of COVID, knowing that they've been disconnected from their social connections. If you ask a school administrator, someone who's in counseling, the kids that they're dealing with at the middle school and high school level are coming back with a lot of social anxiety. They're coming back with a lot of sense of what are we doing now here in this new environment with these new rules. And sports is a great space to give kids a safe environment to learn and to grow, but parents can ruin it really quickly by being in that space where they are trying to call balls and strikes for the umpire at a 13-year-old game. And I know that this story kind of came about because there was a horrific tragedy in Texas where someone jumped out of the stands with a firearm and shot a coach. We shot a coach, a freaking youth sports coach was shot and killed on a field in Texas. That cannot happen in our world.
Right.
We have to find ways to back off and give our kids the space to be themselves.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, people.
Preaching.
Well, passionate, no doubt about
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
great to see you, Bill. Someone like more information on youth sports and Sharewaves. How can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so the Shareways Foundation is a 501c3. We're helping kids play sports. We think kids should be playing sports through high school. Rec sports are something that kids can really enjoy. We can take some pressure off of them, still give them that sense of competition, but also give them the ability to enjoy
All right.
themselves as kids.
Sorry, we're up against the clock here.
I
We
know,
got to go.
I
Good
know.
to see you,
I
man.
can
All
talk
right.
and talk.
Okay, see you later.
All right, thanks,
Nice
Paul.
to meet you.